July is when the garden reaches its peak, lush, buzzing, full of promise, and in need of a little care. Whether you're just starting out or simply feeling a little behind, this gentle guide will walk you through exactly what to plant, what to pick, and what to pause for in the garden this month. From harvesting herbs to sowing a late row of carrots, here's how to keep your garden thriving through the heart of summer. Even in the warmth of midsummer, the garden still invites new beginnings. July is the perfect time for succession planting and fast-growing crops, especially if your spring sowings didn't go quite as planned. Start with leafy greens like lettuce, but choose heat-tolerant varieties like buttercrunch that can handle summer's intensity. Kale, sown now, will mature beautifully for fall harvests, while beets, radishes, and carrots, especially quick-growing 50 to 60 day types, can still flourish if you give them a good start. Green onions, bush beans, and even zucchini can all be planted now too, especially if you're hoping to stagger your harvest or recover from early crop failures. As for herbs, this is basil's favorite time of year. Plant a few extra for pesto or drying later on. You can also tuck in bolt-resistant cilantro and a little dill to have ready for your late summer pickling sessions. Just remember, the sun is strong now. Shade cloth or a layer of mulch will help your seedlings stay cool and moist while they settle in. Now we turn from planting to tending, because July is not about what we sow, but how we care for what's already growing. This is where the garden asks for presence, a little time, and a pair of busy hands. Begin by deadheading your flowers, snipping away what's spent to make room for more. Daisies, calendula, cosmos, they'll reward you with blooms if you trim away the old. Next, visit your herbs. Pinch back basil and mint to keep them bushy and sweet, not leggy or bitter. These small trims make all the difference. And don't forget to mulch generously. A thick layer around your plants holds moisture, shields the soil, and keeps roots cool during long summer days. Now is also the time to be a quiet guardian. Check your leaves for signs of pests, aphids clinging to stems, or squash bugs lurking beneath leaves. Catching them early keeps your plants strong. Water deeply, but not too often, just enough to reach the roots. Mornings are best before the sun is sharp. Look to your tallest growers, tomatoes, climbing beans, flowers that sway in the breeze, and offer them support. A simple stake, a string, or even a gently placed branch can help keep them from bending under their own weight. Finally, take a moment to cut back tired perennials like salvia or catmint that have finished their first bloom. They may surprise you with a second flush before the season fades. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. A thriving garden isn't just about what we grow, it's about what we welcome. July is a beautiful time to open the gate to birds and bees and offer them a little of what they need in return. In July, the garden hums with feathered visitors. In Zone 6, keep an eye out for American goldfinches, black-capped chickadees, mourning doves, cardinals, and house wrens. Offer them fresh water in a bird bath, clean it often, and add a few pebbles for perching. Seeds for finches and chickadees, such as black oil sunflower seeds, thistle seed, or a mix of white millet. Offer suet for wrens, nuthatches, and hang it in the shade so it doesn't melt. Let a patch of echinacea, rudbeckia, or sunflowers go to seed for goldfinches to enjoy later. Even your spent blooms become a feast if you leave them standing long enough. July is buzzing, quite literally. To support bees and butterflies, avoid pesticide sprays. Leave bare ground in a sunny corner for native bees to nest. And provide nectar-rich flowers, like bee balm, lavender, yarrow, coneflower or echinacea, and milkweed for monarchs. You don't need a whole meadow. Even a pot of lavender and a shallow dish of water can say, "You're welcome here." The garden in July offers its gifts quietly. One ripened fruit, one fragrant herb at a time. You simply have to be there to notice. Begin with the vegetables that love this heat. Zucchini should be picked small and often. The more you harvest, the more they'll produce. You'll also find cucumbers ready on the vine, crisp and cool beneath the leaves. Check them often, they like to hide. Green beans will be coming in quickly now, tender, sweet, and best gathered while they're young. If you planted peas, you'll be harvesting the last of them now, especially in warmer zones. Don't forget to thank them before pulling the vines. This is also the season of early potatoes. Dig gently beneath the soil and lift them out like buried treasure. And keep an eye on your garlic. When the lower leaves begin to yellow, it may be ready to pull and cure for storing. Tomatoes might just be beginning to blush. Pick them as they ripen, warm from the sun, and enjoy their first bite fresh from the vine. And don't overlook the herbs. Basil, mint, thyme, and oregano are at their most fragrant now. Harvest them in the cool of morning, just after the dew dries. Snip a little for the kitchen and a little for drying or steeping into tea. The July garden is generous. All it asks is that you notice. July may seem like the height of growth, but the wheels of time keep turning, and August will be the first whisper of what's to come. This is the time to begin dreaming of your autumn garden. If you hope to grow cool weather crops like broccoli, kale, Swiss chard, or cabbage, now is the time to plan, and even start some seeds indoors or in a shaded corner outdoors. Check your seed stash and make a list of what you'll need. Fall vegetables often need a head start while the soil is still warm and the light still lingers. In the flower garden, begin noting what worked well and what didn't. Did a particular bloom bring you joy? Was a certain bed too dry, too shaded, or too crowded? These quiet observations will guide you next spring. Even if you don't think you'll forget, trust the journal. Memory fades, but notes bloom again. If your garlic or onions are ready to cure, plan a space that's warm and well ventilated. If you're thinking of drying herbs, start gathering twine and paper bags. If you're dreaming of saving seeds, mark the healthiest plants now so you'll know which ones they are later. This is not a rush forward, but a gentle turning of the page. The Midsummer Garden teaches us to look back with gratitude and ahead with quiet intention. Let your July garden be both a celebration and a seedbed. It holds more than fruit and flowers. It holds the quiet beginnings of what comes next. Let July be a month of tending. Let the birds visit. Let the bees hum. Let the garden show you what it needs. So walk the garden slowly. Breathe in its rhythm. And let yourself be tended in return.